Why do we matter? Because thus far in the human experience, we are the only creatures who can openly contemplate that question. The sincere ability to actually ask ourselves that is the reason that we matter. My ability to impact and influence other people, be that in helping them feel good about themselves, helping them see what they're capable of accomplishing, being able to give back in a way that feels true.
She's definitely the one with the brains. I don't know. The only thing I have is, kind of touching base on that is it's all about what you leave behind. What you do here matters, but it only matters, if you make a good impact. People remember you for the good you've done. I'm just trying to raise my kids up better than I was, break the chain, and start a new one.
I mean, everyone plays an individual part. I mean, that's why humans are the way we are. All of us are different because we each provide certain aspects in life. Some are better at science, some are better at, the human care aspect. I know I've touched a lot of people's lives, so I think I matter because I was there for some people when they needed it. If I wasn't there, who would have known what they, would have continued doing or not doing? Because I work in a field where there's a lot of human interaction, and I try to help people get on the right path and better themselves for the future. So I think I matter because I take that role seriously, and I value seeing people better themselves and seeing people get out of what could just be a bad situation. Well, I currently work in corrections, so I deal with a lot of people who, they're career criminals. That's what they grew up, that raised, the criminal lifestyle. That's what they do. I've dealt with, college students who this is their first OWI and their first time being in trouble. So it's just kind of adapting to who you're talking to and making them realize that, yeah, just because you're a part of this specific situation doesn't mean that, you're going to always end up that way. Like, for instance, I had a college student who came in, first OWI, obviously they were drunk. I was talking to them, and, they were thinking that, okay, I'm going for my career's in criminal justice, my life's over. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, you messed up, tell the judge you messed up, learn from it, take your probation seriously, stuff like that. And just having a sit-down human conversation with them and not just treating them like, they're inmates. It goes a long way, and it honestly changes a bunch of people's lives.
Why do I matter? That question is only important. I hate to say this, but it's only important if you have responsibility and obligations. Because if you was just by yourself, just you, that question wouldn't even probably make sense. If you was alone and you had no responsibility, no obligations, no family, no friends, pretty much you just by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why you would matter is because of this reason right here. You know what I'm saying? So I matter because of the responsibility and obligations that I created for myself. So really I became important unconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Like chasing love. I mattered chasing love. You know what I'm saying?
Why do I matter? That's an interesting question. I used to be very religious and stuff, but I'm at the point now where I guess in the grand scheme of things, with millions and millions and millions of people on this planet, I guess the only people we really matter to are those close to us, those people we know, like our partners, wives, husbands, dads, moms, sisters. I guess the most important people in my life is my dad and my partner. I mean, those are the people I'm closest to, that and my best friend. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, what ultimately matters is how much you matter to yourself.
Well, I matter to my children and my family. I matter to myself, obviously.
Because everybody matters.
Yeah, everybody matters. That's a good one. It's everyone's personal belief and personal connections to each other. When you have children, as I'm a child and a father, you have those personal connections, and we matter to each other. We also matter, I think, to the planet and our community. I look at it that way as well.
I matter because I'm big on nature. And, you know, I'd love to help people reconnect with themselves through nature. Because nature doesn't need saving. I guess people don't either. But, like, to help nature, you got to help people. And, you know, I've worked that out. So that's why I matter. I got really sick about 8 years ago. And then I'd worked out in a roundabout way that by spending more time in nature and eating, like, so my food, I've got like food intolerances and stuff, but like I won't even bore you with that. But yeah, I worked out that, like, you know, if I cut crap out of my diet, I felt better. So then I started to spend more time in the sun because, like, I worked out like, hey, like I needed a bit of sun on my skin, like in a safe amount. And through like spending more time in nature and getting back to like a more primal way of eating, it was like really powerful for my health. And it's like, hey, like, we destroy nature, but like we need it. It's important. So yeah.
I have things to contribute to society. I have my life that I have dedicated part of it to. I was a nurse. I'm a child of God. That's why I matter. I'm a mother and a grandmother, and I matter to them very much. I think I matter to my friends. Why? I don't know, because they love me. My story was that about 5 years old, I saw a nurse's cap, and I thought it was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. And I decided that I was going to make myself one, and I did do that. And it was just after that I decided I wanted to be a nurse. I loved animals, I loved people, and I just wanted to be of service to my community. So it was just natural for me to do it. I didn't want to do anything else. That was all I ever wanted to do, was be a nurse. Differently raising my family, I would have been present a little bit more, not have to work. Would have been ideal. Just more active in their lives. That's what I would have done. Not be tied up with some other things in life. Would have dedicated more time to them, my children.
I don't know. I matter to my cats and my family. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out in a mental way.
Because God said so. Because he came at a time when man says I should have died. But he came and he held me in his arms just like a baby. And I was 27. And he looked down at me and he said everything was going to be all right. So that's how I know I matter. There's so many of us here in the world, but he loved me enough to come see about me in my needed time. So I know I matter.
Why do I matter? Well, I like to think that I matter to other people, to my family and friends. As to why I matter, I suppose if I were suddenly taken away, then they would decide how much I matter. I'm satisfied that I matter to some degree. Well, like many other people, I'm husband, father, son, fitting all those different roles. My primary role right now is being married to my wife of 4 years. Second go-around due to our losing our earlier spouses. And we're trying to make a life together that matters.
Honestly, the main reason I matter is because of my kids. They give me reason to give them a better life, to kind of help them out any way that I can, to not, I don't know, to be there when they fall and when they're on the top of the world. Got 2 of them, got a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, both boys. No matter what, you've always got some reason to keep pushing. They've taught me a lot more than I could ever explain. The reason behind happiness, the meaning of life, the creation of it, to watch it grow, to watch it blossom.
I matter because I was created. I matter because I know that I have a lot to give back, not just to myself, but give to the world. Love. My smile, I feel like, creates a warm sensation of love for people, and I just want to share that. Okay, I'll do So see how that just attracted to me and just poop on my head, because that was love, It was like, okay, since you want to love, let me love this bug. Okay, but yeah, I know you're gonna edit this.